Hello, V, and here we are back with more Naruto. This is our second episode. Um, let's get into. Well, today we're just going to cover. I think it's like five or six, or maybe six or so chapters. I'm going to finish the volume, but I can't remember if I said yes last episode if I would ever do that, but it's happening because I don't know. I think I might take Naruto slower than um I would normally do for a manga series on this channel, just because I've already seen it or already seen and read it. Um, so yeah, we can just go slow and try to, but also to compensate, try to be more detailed. Yeah. So last time we left off, they just finished their first mission, which is the belt test. So um, now we have a new mission to find the cat. But for like a find the cat mission, this one is a pretty prestigious because um this one is the wife of the ruler of the land of fire, which is like what the hell? Imagine, look, there's like find a cat missions, and then there's find the president's the first lady's cat. You know, like sure it's just a cat, but still, but then no one else recognizes it. So like, what the? Why aren't they recognizing it? It's the first lady's cat, basically. The royal cat. Man, I feel bad for the cat though. It's uh just a bad owner. Man, the room that they give missions in is crazy. It's like a fucking community center over here. Just go up there and in this shoddy building and get your fucking mission. But the president's there. Hokage there. Why isn't he in the Hokage room? I don't know. Like in Boruto, I don't remember um, Naruto ever giving out missions there. Maybe he did in some filler, but usually he just was in the Hokage chair. Anyways, Hiruzen has some other missions, and then but Naruto's fed up. He wants more than finding cats. Although I would love to keep finding cats. I love finding cats. I love cats. Uh, anyhow, Urga tries to explain how you gotta start small to build your way up. You know, um, but they explain how the system works. You got the Hokage, Jonin, Shunin, Genin, and the Ninja Academy, and then how that relates to their status. The Hokage's leader, Jonin are elite ninja, Shunin then they call him journeyman ninja, and then Genin are junior ninja, and then the cadets are the academy students. So like Boruto for like the first um 20 or so episodes of the series. Um and Naruto for like the first episode. Uh and then you can see how the ranks are um distributed. So like E is just for Genin, C can go to either Genin or Chunin, B is just Chunin, and A is for the Jonin. Yeah, it looks like a fine system. Um uh um yeah, it's weird because Baruko starts out explaining how, you have to do the low level stuff to rank up, That's how the grinding works. That's Have you ever played an RPG? But then Hiruzen says here, just out of that you've only just attained the lowest rank. Level D tasks are the best you could aspire to. So is he just talking about to like right now or like in the future. I don't know. It kind of feels maybe the translation was a bit off or wording was a bit off, but it kind of felt like he was contradicting this statement. But I guess he's not really talking. I guess he's just talking about now, but it's worded a bit weirdly, I think. Anyhow, Herzman is feeling lucky, I guess, so he gives them uh, a slightly higher, um, a C grade task, which is a bit. Um, See, it's kind of also weird here because he calls it a C grade task, but we saw up here it could go a C grade task could go to a junior ninja. Um, so maybe bodyguard missions are like only for Chunin, even though they're also C tier. It's just a high C tier. I don't know. And in Naruto, he says here, you talk the daimyo, that you just found the daimyo's cat or daimyo's wife's cat. So that's almost like a C tier visit. That feels like a C tier mission at least. Um, but yeah, but then we got Tazuna here, the drunk guy wants to build a bridge. We'll get in the bridge building later, but um, yeah, he's kind of a grumpy guy. Doesn't mesh well with Naruto at this stage. You know, Naruto. Yeah, you see, he's the worst client in the history of our village. Naruto, the moment he gets a bad client, you're the worst client in the history of the world. Oh, Naruto. Anyways, um, he's declaring he'll be Kokage again, like he does every day, and screams his guts out. Yeah. Uh, this was a bit harsh. If you did become the Kokage, I wouldn't respect you. Which it's like, why are you saying that? Um, so they're going into the land of waves, which why isn't the land of waves um on this map? I also want to know what the land of waves is. I assume it's like near here. Um, I'm sure there's a map, although a different map. And this explains the village system. It's where we first learn about the villages other than Konoha or Land of Fire. Um, yeah, that's cool. I think I missed earlier where Naruto said that it's a road trip because it'll be the first time he's traveling outside the village, which I'm interesting to think about. But I guess it makes sense how they wouldn't want a Jinchuriki to leave the village. Of course, he doesn't know he's a Jinchuriki, so I mean, I don't know if he's ever thought of leaving the village before, or and they just like stopped him from leaving the village by like saying no, don't leave. Just almost trying to like Truman Show Naruto to never leave the village, without telling him why. It's like, hey, don't go. That probably didn't happen, but it'd be cool. Anyways, sorry. And then more trouble shows up. You know, yeah, talking about how easy this village is probably going to be, or this mission's probably going to be, but he knows the truth. And but Sasuke suspects something. And so does Kakashi. Before, like, he's like, oh no, not this shit again. And then we get a cool battle scene, but it's like, whoa, Kakashi's dead. No, Kakashi. I liked Kakashi. And now he's dead. And and then they start attacking Naruto, but Sasuke steps up, flex their attack, with the kunai, and takes more action with his taijutsu. Um, and he's like, so cool, Sasuke, so cool. And then, they attack Sakura, but then Sasuke protects her. It's cool. And then uh, Kashi comes back. You're alive. How are you alive? It's the art. It's the transformation jutsu. The most OP jutsu. It's not Kamui. It's not particle style. It's not flying Raijin. It's not Mangekyo Sharingan. It's the transformation jutsu. Uh, I think should, wasn't it the substitution jutsu though that they should have been called? They use here, or am I just blanking right now? I don't know. Maybe I'm probably blanking. I don't know. But yeah, basically the takeaway from here is that Naruto sucks, and Sasuke is cool. Um, that's how you deal with it. But Naruto, he got cut, and he has some like poison that's like you don't want the poison in your body, so they have to like you don't want it to get further into the body, so you could like sever it or do some medical work or whatever. Um, you know, Naruto is like so desperate for attention. Um, he goes emo and cuts himself. Just to stop the pain. Um, uh, he just doesn't want to be like feel like he's not doing anything or showing his guts. So I don't know. He just bro's trying to act cool after the fact, even though he didn't do anything. Just trying to show his guts and whatever. Yeah. And maybe I missed the skip past almost skipped out the part where Kashi's grilling into Tazuna about how they were lied to about this mission. So like yeah, Kashi he was able he knew beforehand that they were being followed by the mist guys because it was like summer or it hadn't rained soon too. Um, so there shouldn't have been puddles, but they were like tracking puddles. Um, yeah. So and this was obviously a they were targeting him instead of it being like a random attack. So yeah, this should have been a more highly ranked mission. Uh, but then now we have Zabuza. The first page was Zabuza. He looks skinnier than I remembered him. Maybe he gets bulkier in the. I guess he probably might get bulkier in the later designs. But yeah, yes sir. He'll take it. Momochi Zabuza, the demon, the ninjas who hide in the mist. Yes. We get Kishimoto's apartment. Average mangaka. This is actually the least filthy mangaka fucking apartment, man. My dead plant, Uki-kun. Oh my god. His desk. Are these assistants' desks? Why are you letting them be? Why are you letting them? You have to treat them better, Kishimoto. They did what is it? The writer of board, the illustrator of Boruto. Um, Ikemoto, did Ikemoto work in one of these desks? Was he next to you, Kishimoto? Oh man, it's crazy to think about. He slept in the closet. He's just like Rukia. Oh my god. Uh, anyway, and then back to Naruto. Sakura wonders if Naruto's a masochist. Good question, I guess. But then we see the nine-tailed fox Kurama um, already has healed his wound mostly. He's too OP. And now they really get to the land of Nami no Kuni. Nami, my favorite, one of my favorite One Piece characters. Nice. And yeah, Land of Waves. Um, I assume this is like right on the doorstep of um the Land of Mist. Or yeah, the Hidden Mist. Whatever. I mean, we learned about Gato. This was one aspect I forgot about this arc. Is Gato, which because I don't think he ever like shows up properly. I'm not sure he shows up properly later on or in Boruto. But anyways, he's like a billionaire, capitalist guy who's like really evil, and he's also evil because not because he's a capitalist, but because he's corrupt. Uh, uh, and like he does stuff where you know I don't know I'm spaghettiing out. He is criminal. He's kind of like a yakuza guy, but like more involved with finance stuff. Like mix like Elon Musk with like a gangster, something like that. Anyways, basically he's hiring to just to kill this guy because he's really good at making bridges, and he doesn't want the bridge to be built because uh uh because this is the only thing he hasn't bought, and it might challenge him somehow. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't buy the bridge. So I don't know. How does it even challenge him? Then it's not like they're building a factory. Are they going to be banned from the bridge? Is Gato banned from the bridge? If not, then why does he care? So many unanswered questions. This is the okay. Premise behind this arc isn't the greatest, I think. Or at least there's just like why? I don't know. Like why? Uh, it's like I don't know. If you have any ideas, please let me know about what is going on here. But yeah, Kakashi, they agree to help. Um, I found it odd that they decided to give the definition of a mangrove. It's like, okay, I guess. Usually they kind of reserve those things for Japanese terms, but okay. Thanks, Fizz. And then we see the mangroves. They should have had an arrow saying this is a mangrove. Because otherwise, like what? How would I know it's a mangrove? Anyways, they got there at the bridge. Or they're in the village. Man, what a it is a very poor place, but they're in the waves because it's like Venice, but it's poor. Uh, yeah. Uh, Naruto's just panicking and attacking the ghosts. And then he attacks the bunny. No, not the bunny. Snap out of it, bunny. Don't die, bunny. No, not the bunny. No. But this bunny is actually important because it lets Kakashi know that it's like a decoy. Uh, it's a decoy bunny. It's weird. This Viz work, their typesetting skills. Like, look at this. Before they weren't afraid to put text directly over, you know, characters like this. Like you see how there's like a white outline, a border to the text over Kakashi's leg, and that's like fine. That looks fine. Basically, what you wouldn't really expect better work from like a dedicated fan scan later. But then here, oh, not there. Before then, after then, you get this shoddy. You see in the Zabuza panel, like absolutely shoddy work here. Like, what the hell, man? Maybe the original Japanese was harder to work with. I don't believe that, unless maybe you check, maybe. But then right here, they do it, and you have to look away from this page to find an example where they do it fine. I mean, it can be a bit hard to read. There was a few examples in this volume where I found it a bit hard to read, but I don't know why they just shat the floor with this typesetting. Oh man. But anyways, now that the regularly scheduled Viz complaints is through, I'll see you in 10 minutes. Zabuza attacks. Yes, he has the big sword. Big sword. Look at that big sword. It's a big sword. That's like bigger than first Zangetsu. Real big sword. And then now it's time to take out the Sharingan. Kakashi of the Sharingan Eye, I presume. Yeah, they're very inconsistent in this first section when the Sharingan is introduced. It's like they call it the Sharingan Eye, the mirror wheel eye, Sharingan slash mirror wheel eye, or just the mirror wheel eye. Like they use everything. I mean, of course, eventually they'll settle on just the Sharingan, but now it's like the Wild West. They'll call it whatever they want. As we Akashi tells him to assume the Manji battle formation, which I think is interesting. The Manji is the Buddhist symbol um, that you see a lot in anime and manga. And now, like you see it, it's the same symbol that's on the Neji's head when the curse mark activates, or even just regularly. Um, and it's like when you see the word Bankai in Japanese, it's the first character of it, but it's also um, it was also appropriated by the Nazis and used as a swastika design, which is why the manji symbol gets censored and often. Like the anime for Naruto censored Neji's curse, and in Bleach they censored Ijo's full guard. That's the manji symbol. Although I don't think they censored his Bankai sword guard. I might have to check that. I'm pretty sure they didn't. Anyway, that's a different series. Different series. Anyways, he says to assume the Manji battle formation. But then we get forward here, and the formation, it does not look like a Manji symbol. Is it? I guess if you count Tazuna, it, it could. It's just four dots. I don't know how. Then Kakashi is here, so I don't really. I don't get how it resembles a manji, unless I forgot the name. I forgot the meaning of the word manji symbol. Um, Maybe it's that has to do more with it rather than the shape, but perhaps. Anyways, we see the Sharingan first here. Three Tomoe Sharingan. Um, Eventually learn that he does have a Mangekyo Sharingan, but I guess you can just like switch between Mingekyo and Three Tomoe if you want. Although, hmm, even if you have the Mangekyo activated, he wouldn't have to use Kawaii. He could just use the base abilities. But obviously, I don't believe Kishimoto had planned when he drew this. I don't believe he had known that the Mangekyo Sharingan would exist. Maybe he did. I could be wrong in this. Maybe he just didn't want to confuse people. Maybe he just wanted to maybe he just wanted readers to know that this is the Sharingan, the base Sharingan design. But yeah, Sasuke is amazed about this Sharingan. See, Zabuza here he just calls it the mirror wheel eye. He doesn't use the word Sharingan here. And then Naruto calls it the Sharingan eye. And then Sasuke calls it the Sharingan eye. And then Zabuza changes his term to call it the Sharingan. Oh Viz. Oh Viz. This reminds me of in like Bleach. I'm going back to Bleach again. In the volume, the beginning of volume recaps for the series, each volume, they show a few characters and give a brief recap. And they'll have a picture of the character with their name below it. And it felt like every other volume that Chad was in one of those, they would give him a new name. Like Sato, Chad, Yasutora, Sato, Chad, Yasutoro. They would whatever. Whatever you feel like. It's just they'll just do whatever, man. Anyhow, back to Naruto. Sasuke says that shinobi who have the Sharingan eye have mastered a form of ocular ninjutsu that enables them to penetrate and see the reality behind any illusion or spell. And to reflect the power of the magics, they penetrate back onto those who cast them. See, I don't even know if that's like a Viz moment or like an early Naruto Kishimoto didn't plan moment. So I can't even make fun of the right person here. Like I have literally no idea if that's Viz or Kishimoto. Uh, I should download the raws of this manga so I can like compare. That could be fun. If you're into the, if you uh, leave a comment if you want me to do that. Um, I'm just getting to the point in Japanese where I might barely be able to do that. We'll see. Anyways, uh, see, I was worried here because in this page, um, it felt like Sasuke was implying that anyone could just master the Sharingan, but then he saves it here by saying the Sharingan Eye is supposed to be unique to only a small number of the Uchiha clan. And this is good because he's wondering why Kakashi Hatake isn't Kakashi Uchiha. It's like, could he be? But yeah, I do believe that at this point, um, Kishimoto had planned Obito to exist. Now maybe not. Maybe he didn't like plan Obito like Ten Tails Jinchuriki Obito, but like the Obito we see in the um Kashi Gaiden arc at the between parts 1 and 2. I believe he had planned that at least. Anyways, we had the fighting Zabuza versus Kashi. Yay! Now we get to see the sensei in even more action against a competent foe. Yes, let's go. Uh, now there's Fog. He does a genjutsu. It seems he's doing a genjutsu, but um, and that even gets Sasuke. However, if it is a genjutsu, I think Kakashi should have been able to see through it easier. His smile, he just he's it's a nice smile. Zabuza comes in and where's Kakashi here? I don't know. People are weird. Basically, he Zabuza comes in, gets stabbed by Kakashi, uh, and then it was it was a water clone, and then that was a water clone, and then it turns out that this was a water clone. Is Kishimoto actually great at writing tactical battles if it's just water clone, water clone, water clone? This doppelganger shit. But then they actually do something. Caltrops. Is this like the only point in Naruto where they actually use caltrops? I, I I know it's been a bit since I've read the manga, but caltrops? That's crazy. They have to have done at some point. Maybe in surely filler too, but in like manga, I don't know, man. Good job, Kakashi. Uh, and then Kakashi he makes a mistake of going against the water style user and going into the water. I don't know why. Uh, you do that. I don't know why you thought you could do that. He's obviously like a mist guy. They do water stuff. And he was good, but not this good. You heard his name. You knew he was tough. Come on, man. Uh, and then Zabuza here he makes a monologue about how um he's tough because the mist guys they went through childhood trauma and you know sheltered woke no not woke sheltered you know Konoha kids like him they're just brats yeah and you know Nard uh man they this is so much flashback for a manga usually like flashback to things we've already seen it it feels like showing what the anime would show, but in the manga, it's like it's like one or two panels or so. But yeah, we that's real. This is really the manga. Um, yeah, but this is for Naruto's deep decision to not retreat. Which I can respect, even though he's just like an idiot, sort of. Yeah. Now I go to Konoha School Ninja. You're not in school anymore. You graduated the academy. Uh, and there, it's time to rock and roll, guys. Yay. Let's rock and roll. Got to protect Tazuna. Yes, let's do it. Do it. Uh, yeah. By the time I was your age, my wait, what? I have, oh yeah, there we go. I'd already dyed these hands in my enemy's blood. Too edgy. Yeah, Village of the Bloody Mist. That's the, um, they say it was long ago, but, it wasn't that long ago, was it? Maybe like 10 years? Was it longer? I don't know. As they had the killing spree where to kill your classmates. This looks like Gara. Um, kind of makes it look like Gara, but I guess that is Zabuza. He's a very strong guy. And look how easily he handles Sasuke. Um, and then he brings out the Shadow Clones. Fights with the Shadow Clones. And this is a good play. Um, Demon Wind Shuriken, Windmill of Shadows. Cool stuff. And you know, if you see Naruto, you know how this works. I'm not saying that just because like I forgot how it worked. Hey, now we get the color spread I decided to use because it's the only color spread in this stretch of chapters. I had to cut out Sakura, but I mean, who cares? He's using axes, like he's using double axes, just like the Jumbo from Bleach. It looks like almost like a Sharingan symbol on this scroll. That's cool. And it's back to the fight. It's it's a Shuriken. No, it's a Shadowclone. No, it's Naruto, and he's throwing the kunai to make, but it's not really to attack Zabuza. I mean, yeah, it's attacking Zabuza, but the real um goal here is to free Kakashi, which they do. So it's a good scheme, and then they explain it here. Um, they hide that the original attack with all the many doppelgangers was a diversion. Um, and that's how he did it. Maybe he could have used that. That wasn't 1,000 shadow clones, so he could have done better, but he still did all right. Um, And then they do the dragon, the double dragons, which is it still remains, I think, Kakashi's his defining moment in terms of copying jutsu, which is a shame that it happened so early. But oh well, um, you know, basically copying jutsus kind of went by the wayside a bit. Um, you know, some okay, so some of the enemies Kakashi would eventually go up against kind of use jutsus that he couldn't really copy. Like he can't just copy like Obito's version of the Kamui, and he can't just copy the Preta path or wait, was the Preta path Ashura path? The one who makes machines. You can't just copy his abilities. And who else defeated Kakashi? Who did Kakashi lose against? How many losses? I don't know. Oh, I'm getting tired. It's getting late. You see, here, Viz does typesetting fine, and then over here, it's shit again. Like, what the hell, man? Did they even care? It's Naruto. You should care about Naruto getting Naruto right. That's I. Is there a single manga that Viz has sold more copies of than like Viz English has sold more copies of than Naruto? I don't know. I kind of doubt it. I really kind of doubt it. But then they have shit like this. Maybe this is kind of an old rip. Maybe newer rips are better. Wait a minute. Maybe old rips are better. Maybe new versions are better. We'll see about that. This is how many pages is in this? Is this? You do the trick, and then water style. Oh, 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 man! Can you see it? Oh, uh, can you see it? It, it's like it's better. Newer version, it's better. Oh my god, they fixed their mistakes. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Is the typesetting in the other ones better? Oh my god. I can I don't probably. Wait, did they also fix the Sharingan? Oh my god. Like Sharingan talk inconsistencies. Let's find out. Um, like there was one point in the pages and he was legendary mirror wheel eye so early, and the Sharingan. Um, Sharingan eye. No, they didn't fix the Sharingan. No, of course they wouldn't fix translation mistakes. Okay, Viz, a you get some credit for fixing the typesetting, but you, yeah, I'm still on to you, Viz. I'm always watching. I'm always watching. I know, water style. Oh my god, it's 4 o'clock. 4 a.m. Big Dragon. This is crazy how Kashi was able to finish it before Zabuza did. Like, that's a crazy speed feat. Like he knew what he was going for, and then he did it. It's crazy. He receives your death, and then Haku came in. Um, yeah, it's basically Haku's masquerading as like a one of these um a shinobi hunter who hunts dead bodies to like prevent them from the secrets from getting out. Um, but actually, the real thing you see later is that um she like or she he saved Zabuza by making it by basically faking his death. It's cool. Anyhow, uh, Naruto's upset that someone only his age is someone only his age is so much stronger than him. That's skill issue. Skill issue. Um, I don't know why he says stronger than me. Are we really underestimating Kakashi that much? Oh, and Kakashi already said somewhere earlier about how he hasn't even mastered the Sharingan, so Kakashi sucks. I mean, he doesn't, but um, I see a lot of comparisons. I don't know. I heard a lot of comparisons between Gojo from JJK and Kakashi, but Gojo's definitely meant to be a lot stronger within his own verse than Kakashi is in Naruto verse. Like he's just nerfed from the get go with his Sharingan. Like really nerfed. Oh my god! I used my Sharingan too much. I used it like what 2 times or something. Nah, but probably longer than that. There's Tezo's daughter Tsunami. Odd name, but okay. As I do think it's strange how in Kakashi's explanation here about what they do. So like Kakashi says, in the same way, when I die, if an enemy were to take possession of my remains, the corpse would reveal all the anatomical idiosyncrasies unique to possessors of the Sharingan eye. In the worst case, the enemy might gain enough information to be able to duplicate and master that power. So is he saying that if his corpse gets um if the enemy were to get his corpse that they could transplant the Sharingan, or is he saying that they could analyze it? Because if it's the latter, then I don't think Kishimoto planned for the easy um eye transplants. That's how light bulb eyes, basically. But either way, I think the same. The spirit is the same. Yeah, Sakura's creeped out by this corpse being dismembered and destroyed, but she's going to become a medical ninja, so that shouldn't be creepy to her for such much longer. Zabuza survived again, or again, coming back to this page. And we get to see they have a bond. He's talking about Zabuza's perfect body. Ooh. Um, and he's glazing Zabuza. Zabuza also admits that he likes him. and like an orphan. Anyways, that was a swears to break the Sharingan spell. But yes, Kashi feels them. Uh, he feels the curse. His name was mentioned or something. I do like how Naruto and Sakura and maybe Sasuke were trying to see under Kashi's mask. That's funny, and that they would expand on that in a future filler episode, and then one again in Boruto. That's cool. Uh, one of the few good filler episodes, or well, not few filler good. There, I watched all the filler, and I mean those are still one of the better ones, some of the better ones. But yeah. Anyways, that would be it for this episode. It's far too late. Oh my God. If you like, leave a like. And I'll see you next time. And subscribe. Have a good one.